Hello and welcome back to Redirecting. Well, 2019 is well underway and things are looking rather sketchy. We're starting off the year with a government shutdown, which is threatening tax returns, in which a lot of people depend on tax returns for a much needed injection of finances to pay bills and do whatever. It's also threatening food stamp distribution and jobs. A lot of people are already out of their jobs, those working for the government, and that doesn't even count those who lost jobs because of companies closing, going overseas, and all of that. So right now, 2019 is starting off very rocky for a lot of people, and we can look right at number 45. This is his doing, and of course, he blames everyone else but himself. He's digging his heels in even more on wanting this wall to keep immigrants out. But what he is doing, he is essentially causing the markets to go crazy. He's causing the economy to go crazy. People are trying to figure out when they're going to get their next paycheck. Some people are wondering, is there going to be a tax return anytime soon, or a tax refund, should I say? And then you have those who are worried about whether or not they're going to get their food stamps to be able to feed their families. And so right now, this man is creating a lot of havoc in the White House and in this country. He's messed with world markets. He's all of these different sanctions and tariffs that he's just throwing out like frisbees. He's just really doing a number on the economy. And you have those who are supporters of him who will not back down from their support. They stand strong behind him, even though many of them are being affected by his decisions. Now, what I find interesting is there are a large number of people that are starting to bounce on him. We've been seeing various interviews where people said that they voted for Trump because he was an outsider who wasn't in politics, but a businessman. And so they thought he would be the best choice for this country. Well, what they have found out is that he was not the best choice for this country because he had other issues and other problems that made him highly unqualified for the position that he holds. And one of the main things he doesn't have is humanity. He doesn't have any care or concern for other people. He's very narcissistic, in my opinion, because everything is about him. He pats himself on the back so much to where I don't think he believes he's done anything wrong, ever, you see. But while he's stroking his ego constantly, you have people who are without income who work for the government. It has been said that some have worked weeks and have not received pay, you see. And then other things are happening as a result of this little thing that he calls himself doing. You have public restrooms that are just becoming filthy. Other services that depend on these government workers are going undone. And so it is causing a lot of inconvenience. And I'm talking major inconvenience. It's not just small stuff for people that are used to having or living life a certain way. I mean, you can just look at the list of things that have been affected by his decision to shut down the government until he gets his wall. And to hear that he is digging his heels in even more is really unsure as to how the rest of this year is going to go, because he's starting it off very rocky. And with all the other things that are taking place and happening in and around the world and in this country, it just makes it that much more uncomfortable when you have the President of the United States pulling these whack moves that he's pulling and messing with people's finances, livelihood, ability to feed themselves, and so many other things. And this is why we always say that it's kind of a rough position to be in, where you're depending on government assistance for survival. Now, in no way am I looking down on anyone, but what I'm saying is this: when you know that you have a system that at some point is going to crash, you don't wait for the system to crash. You do what you have to do before that happens to secure your family. So again, this is not looking down on anyone who gets government benefits. This is me saying, because you know what is going to take place, because he's already told you, then you must take heed to that and make your own conscious choice or decision to do what you have to do for your family ahead of time. Don't wait for the disaster to strike before you start moving in the direction of self-sufficiency, because it is already obvious and apparent that he does not care about you and your family. This man doesn't care one way or another. And because you know this ahead of time, you have to act accordingly. We all must act accordingly when it has already been said and done that he does not care about you and your family. You see, it is very sad that a lot of people do wait until the last minute to try to secure their family in situations such as this. But that is not what you want to do. You don't want to wait till the last minute. You want to do all that you can while you can, so that you are not caught off guard. And it's sad to say that you can't depend on each other as much as you used to. There used to be a time where we could all depend on each other and work together and, all that good stuff, but all that's gone now. You can't trust people. You can't depend on people. It's just really, really strange right now. I'm old school. I have an old way of thinking. I've always been the kind to want to help and work together and do this, that, and the other. But you can't always try to do that, especially when other people don't feel the same way. A lot of people want to be helped, but they don't want to help. There's a big difference, you see. So all I can really say is that people better get their minds and hearts together, understand and realize the time that we are living in. Playtime, it's been over, right? Playtime has been over with. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to wait until it's too late. They're going to wait till it's too late before they start trying to scuffle and do this, that, and the other. You don't want to wait until it's too late. Okay, you want to do all that you can while you can. Okay, because the day is far spent and the time is at hand. And as we see things coming up on us and things about to happen and take place, preparation is the key. We don't know what direction number 45 is headed in right now. He's just doing his own thing. He's not considering your life and your needs. That doesn't seem to be a priority to him. So you've got to make your own life a priority by doing all that you can to secure your family. Okay? And so there you have it. Many reports coming out. It's not for sure yet, but they're saying right now it's looking like there's going to be a delay in tax returns or refunds, and a possible delay in getting your food stamps. So that being said, preparation is the key always. Okay? With that, I will say shalom. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.